Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your host with the most, Underdone Toaster, coming alive. This is episode 19 of Road to 2000 ELO in chess. And yesterday I was able to study my openings a little bit more. I just want to go ahead and show you guys what I've been studying and the way to study openings. Because at this range where I'm at right now, 1250, 1300, I don't know them as well as I should. And I just want to make sure that I get my openings up to par with my opponents. So the way that I've been doing it is using two different websites. First is lichess.com, and then the second is chessmonitor.com. On Chess Monitor, you can see all of your stats, everything that you do as a player. And one of the things that really comes in handy, let me see if I can actually get back to that page I was just on, is right here you have Overview, Games, Explore, Openings. Well, if I go to openings, it's going to show me my most popular openings is white. My most popular openings is black. It's going to show how many games I've played those openings and how much of the time I win and how much of the time I lose. So you can kind of use this to gauge, hey, whenever I'm playing black, my worst opening is the Queen's Pawn game, symmetrical version. Or the Queen's Gambit accepted. I really don't do well. And of course with these I've only played 5 games or 4 games before. But you can also go ahead and order it by most played. So I can look at all the games I do play a lot, how often I lose, how often I win, where my weaknesses are. So that's giving me kind of an idea of what openings I need to study. Now here's how I study them. This is lichess.org. They do have a tool called an analysis board. And using the analysis board, every time you make a move, it's going to tell you what opening is being played. And recently I've been playing the Caro-Kann. So let me just show you how that works. So you go and play e4, e5, and then it's going to say, hey, the most common move that the opponent will usually play at this point is knight to f3. And then, you can counter with whatever else. But with the Caro-Kann, instead of just going back and forth with random things, I'll go and play this move. It's going to tell me the most common move that my opponent will be playing, which is d1. That's 41% of the time. So we can say, okay, well, if my opponent usually plays this, what's the best counter? d5. So now we're going to play d5. It's going to show the next most popular move, which is e5, making more of a closed game. And then the best response, it's saying usually people play c5, but yeah, okay. So Stockfish is saying that c5 is the best move. He takes, and then I move here. And that's basically where we're at in the Caro-Kann so far. You can also do different variations, though, because when I play the Caro-Kann, 29% of the time, my opponent decides to move knight to f3. And then I need to know what to do then. And for this variation, you need to be a little bit more aggressive and take their pawn. And most of the time, they're going to take back. And then you can start pushing your knight out. So the question is, how much of chess is memorization and how much of it is just intuition and understanding the game? Most of it you don't have to memorize, but you should be able to know the opening, I would say 3 or 4 moves for at least the top 10 openings that are played. So if my opponent plays a Queen's Gambit, then I should be able to know whether to take or not. You don't want to take most of the time. Stockfish is saying you want to go ahead and play e6. Okay, or if they play the King's Gambit, then you should know that you do want to take because that's going to give you a little bit of an advantage. So, like I said, recently I've been playing the Caro-Kann. That's been the moves that I've been practicing the most. So I know if they push their other pawn, then I want to go ahead and push mine. And then take if possible. Now, a lot of the time, they're going to play d4. And yeah, like it says, I move here. But a lot of the time, they're going to be moving here to e5. And what I want to do is go here, they take, and then I move up here. Now, if we're playing the Caro-Kann, and I move here and they move their knight, like I said, you're going to want to be a little more aggressive, and you're going to want to take that pawn. Okay, so that's just the first, 3 or 4 moves, nothing too advanced. I think what I'll do is maybe in groups of 2 or 3 episodes at a time, I'll practice and try to memorize all of my different openings. So for now, if I get white, I'm still going to be playing the London just because I'm not studying any other openings yet. But if I do play black, I'm going to play as the Caro-Kann. Now that we know the two mainline variations. Because while we do want to boost our ELO as much as possible, we also want to learn all the openings where we can. So we are white this time, so we're just going to be playing our regular London. I know that the London gets boring after a while, so I can go ahead and memorize a white opening after I study the Caro-Kann a little bit. I wish there was a way to make it so that you always play black or always play white, but, that wouldn't really be fair, so I get it. Okay, so he's starting to move his queen. He might just be moving here in a moment, or he's preparing to move his knight and get his queen out over here. I would assume he's preparing to move this knight. So the question is, how do we best want to counteract it? I don't think we really do. I think we just want to hold still for now. Also, I changed my chess pieces to drag and drop instead of click, so... Okay, I think I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive with my knight. Now remember, the 2 biggest weaknesses of the London system is this pawn on b2, and then is getting your bishop trapped, your dark squared bishop. So we're going to watch out for those 2 things. Other than that, not too many weaknesses on the London. Also, I should be pushing this pawn first, but oh well. So let's go ahead and be a little bit more aggressive. I know that last time I took with my pawn and Stockfish said that that was okay. But I don't want my bishop to get trapped, and I want to go ahead and be aiming right for this opponent. Okay, so he is currently covered. I think what we'll do is we'll just try to get him to move for now. And we might just make a trade. That would be putting my pawn in a little bit more of a sticky situation, but I can always just move this pawn up and I should be fine. Okay, so this game is moving pretty quick. Need to get my pawn out, or not my pawn, my queen out. And he does prevent my queen from going to h5, so he's playing fairly well at the moment. Let's try to get him to move this pawn, and then we can hopefully get our knight out in a second. Maybe I should have moved my knight here, actually, now that his knight is gone. Let's see, go here, and then I could bring my queen up here. I want to protect this pawn if possible. Let's take with the bishop. Yeah, this pawn is like way out here by himself is the problem. So I'll have to move my queen here and then my knight here. I need a castle though. Yeah, I made a mistake by not castling earlier. Being a little too aggressive in my game, I think. I do have a discover check on him here, That's not opening anything up for me right now. Let's see, take. I go here. That's not going to do anything. I think I should just move my knight here for now. Let's move the knight. Currently covered by a rook and a king. It's just not a good situation with his placement of his dark squared bishop. So I have to get him out of there if I can. Yeah, he's in a better position than I am. If he were to take here, and I could take him, he'd take me. I think that's actually winning my knight is the problem. Okay, so he does take. Yeah, he's able to take my knight. So now he has these two bishops lining up on me, which is a problem. Go here, then here. It's not going to do very much. Can't move there. Let's get him to move his bishop, and then I'll place my rook here. Yeah, this is tough. This is a tough situation. Okay, now we're equal in material, but he is in a better position than I am. Again, guys, I just don't do take-backs online. I don't want to land any of my pieces on dark squares if possible. Kind of want to play here. He's going to take this pawn, though. So let's move here. I think my studying of the Caro-Kann has made me just like want to play as black and try it out. So I've been going through this game pretty quickly, not giving it a whole lot of thought, which I should be. Let's go here. Give him a discover check for when needed. Can move here and threaten his rook. Let's threaten the rook. He's not able to move here, so he's going to have to move his rook somewhere. And then take. Oops. Take. This would be a good spot for my pawn. Yeah, yeah, okay. So now he has to move his rook. He does have a lot of pawns to scoop up here. Gonna have to figure out There's plenty of time. I don't know why he's doing so many takebacks, but let's see. Yeah, he's able to just take any of these. So I think I'm just going to place him in check for now. He has to move to one of these. He has to move to this square. And then maybe I can get a jump on him somehow. Maybe once he takes, I can move here, move my bishop. I don't see what that's going to do, though. And then move my rook here. I could try and save this pawn, but then he would just go for this one. Maybe I should just start scooping up his pawns. I do remember that the most important thing in a rook-pawn endgame is to make a queen with a pawn, even if you lose material. But I don't know how that's going to be affected by a bishop, two bishops in the mix. Could go here, attack, and then bring this pawn up. But this guy's kind of in the way right now. Having a hard time getting to him. What if I moved here and then here, and then push this pawn? So I could go here, cover, and then start now let's just start pushing this pawn now. He's going to scoop up a few of my pawns. But I think it'll be okay. I'd like to fork these two at some point. So here, or push. If I were to push, he wouldn't be able to move up, but he might bring his rook into the mix. Let's see, now he can take this. I think I just made a mistake there. Go here, he's in check. He has to move. Move here, then he takes me is the problem. Let's see, move here. He moves here. I move here. He takes. Then maybe I can make a queen that way. Maybe I can go here immediately. No, interesting. What do I do about that? Suppose I just need to move back. Possibly here. What if I go here and then I push, well, he has a dark squared knight, I have a light squared knight, so I don't know how useful that's going to be for the pawns. I think I just have to move back, possibly here. I'd like to take this guy. Here, here, here. I just feel like that's not going to work. I can't push my pawn here. So what am I going to do? Could go here and then here. That might be able to bring my pawn up. Like I said, when it comes down to rook pawn endgame, you really need to make a queen. But I'm not sure if that's going to be very easy in this situation. So his king's actually trapped right now. I was thinking he might be able to move his king, but he can't. If I moved here, he would have to go in the corner. Okay, let's see why he's moving. He needs backup for something. Maybe he's going to move here. Or attack my pawn. What if we moved here, take... Let's prepare for taking this pawn if we need to. If he does decide to move his bishop. Like, I'm thinking maybe he's going to be moving here, and then I can move up. Yeah. So put him in check. And then we'll move the pawn up. He has to move here or here. In fact, I think I could make this a draw if I really wanted to, because move back and forth. Or no, that's not true, because he could just move towards me. So let's see what he decides to do. Okay, he is able to move. I can move here and then start pushing. That might be my best bet. Move here. He's going to have to move away. Oh, and then I could push my pawn. Or I could just push my pawn now. Do I push him now? Or do I go here first? Move here, he has to move away, and then push. If I go here, he most likely moves here, make a queen, and he takes. So let's go with this. He has to move here, and then he's blocking his rook. So I think we're okay with this line. I am taking up a lot of time, but I want to make sure I get this right. Okay, so move here, and then make a queen. We should be good. Unless he goes here, and then moves. Or no, that's not going to do anything. So his only hope right now is to put me in check, I guess, and try to stop this pawn. If I go here, I think it's checkmate. So he's going to have to try and put me in check. I guess he can move here and then move up. Yeah. Dang. Okay, let's see what he does. I could threaten this piece. If he moves here. Let's threaten this piece if he does move up. Okay, so we're able to secure that. And if he comes back down here, then we can make our queen and checkmate him. I could just go here now. Oh yeah, I guess that's what I should have done last turn, but I was able to pick up his bishop in the process, so I think we're fine. Now I think his only move is to move here. That should, yeah, I think that's his only move. Dang, I should have just moved here, huh? Or sorry, I should have just moved here. Take. No, because he had his bishop. The bishop was in a good spot. Okay, so these guys are at a stalemate, which means it's time to scoop up his pawns and finish this. Yeah, I just have to keep this bishop right here. So let's start scooping up the pawns. Let's see. All I have to do is move back if he pushes. Let's see. Okay. I think that's game. Yep. Okay, and here's Zines. So, pretty good end game. I definitely messed up a few times in the opening, just because I wasn't paying attention, but I'm happy about that end game. I feel like it was pretty accurate. Let's do our analysis here. And then we'll move on to another game where hopefully we can try out our Karo Khan. Yeah, I'm very happy with that end game. That was I feel like I played all the right moves during that. 87% accuracy. I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and analyze the game. So we played the London. Overall, we made the correct moves in the opening. I should have pushed this pawn here, I guess, to stop him from moving his bishop up. Instead, I decided to be a little bit more aggressive. Still turned out okay. I should have pushed my bishop back. Now, why does that matter? Okay, so I didn't want him to take my bishop because I would be double stacking my pawns. My pawns would just be way out there. So that makes sense. Basically stop him from taking my bishop. And this would have been the best square. But I didn't do that. I did play this move, which is I think the second best move, but so then I tried to salvage, but it didn't work so well. So now, just because of my position, you know, I haven't castled, and two of my pawns are in this weird stance. I think that's why I'm doing so bad here. I did make a big mistake by moving my pawn up, just because, like, this sequence of events, all of this right here, it's just bad decision after bad decision, I think. So he took, I should have taken with the knight, but I took with my bishop instead. And then he's able to just kind of corner me with all of his pieces. And he was up by 3. Thankfully, he made a blunder right here. And I was able to take 3 material back. Kind of messes with me a little bit. I get into a better position. And then this is a perfectly tied game. We're at a draw. And he makes a mistake here because I think I'm able to take a pawn. I move up in order to threaten his rook, and then I take... Yeah, I'm able to take a pawn, threaten his rook, he moves. I put him in check, and then I'm able to get into a really nice position with this bishop watching the pawn, and then my rook able to come in. So because of this position, I was able to win. So we juggle some pieces around. I'm trying to get this pawn to be a queen, and he makes the mistake of moving. I'm threatening to make a queen at any moment, so he has to block that. His only move is to go to my pawn. And because of this bishop, his king can't help out. His king can't go here, here, or here, or here, which is fantastic. That's why I'm up so high. And I was able to take his bishop in the process right here. So I start to go for his pawns, and because of that, he has to move his rook, and then I make a queen in its game. So overall, I feel pretty good about it. 2 blunders. Let's see, one of them was right here. Let's see what that was. Really, that was a blunder. Okay. So I guess I should have kept my bishop close by, but instead I decided to put him in check. Let's see why really quick. I'm curious about that, and then we'll start another game. So it was this move right here was a blunder. Keep pressing the wrong button. So would have been better instead to go here, because he can't take this pawn, so that makes sense. Juggle the pieces around. Interesting. Okay. So I think the biggest reason it's marking that as a blunder is because I could have protected this pawn. Instead, I went ahead and put him in check. I did lose the pawn because of that, but it turned out all right. Okay, let's do another game. Okay, we're playing as white again. Man, I'm disappointed. Like, I was really hoping to try out my new skills, but oh well. I did only practice black openings because that's where my biggest weakness is. Okay. So he's going to try to attack my bishop from the moves he's making right now, I'm pretty sure. So let's just be careful about him pushing these pawns, because if he does, I have to move back here, move this guy, and then move this guy. So let's just be careful about that. Okay, so yeah, he is preparing to move in a little bit. Best thing to do, I suppose, would be move back, move this pawn up. Just because I'm not really sure what else would be good there. So you moved here, and you'll move here and then here, I guess? Or here and then here. So let's move the bishop back. Don't want him to get trapped. Move this guy up. I kind of like this drag and drop thing. It just feels more smooth. Okay, he's really coming in with the pawns right now. So we'll do the same. We'll get a little bit of a pawn defense, and then let's bring in our knights. And then maybe we'll go in castle queen side this time. Okay, he starts putting pressure on this pawn. We could back him up with this knight. And then I suppose we could bring this knight here, move our queen up, and castle. We do want to castle quickly, because remember last game we did not do that, and because of that he had a pretty significant advantage at first. And I'll drink to that. So 2 sponsors for today. First one is Kirkland Water. Go check them out. Minerals added for taste and made through reverse osmosis. And then our other sponsor, of course, is Skittles. Taste the rainbow. I recommend sour Skittles, but if you're not really a sour type of person, then the smoothie ones are good too. Okay, so he's really starting to lock down the center. He's starting to close it off, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but we'll just continue developing, and it's whatever. It's whatever. Then move the queen. And there we go. Do we take with the queen or the knight? If we take with the queen, we might have an opportunity to put him in check later. I like where my knight's at, protecting these 2 pieces. So let's do that. Yeah, let's take with the queen. This pawn might be hanging at some point. Hopefully we could get to it. Okay, so he starts pushing with his knight. Where's he gonna go? He might bring his queen in a moment. But let's take this opportunity to castle, because he's not able to go here or here. Here is instant death. So he might bring his queen here in a moment. Yeah, okay. And then he's planning on going here. If he were to go here, he'd be attacking this pawn, which is the problem. So, what's the best move for this situation? If he goes here, and then here would be really bad. We do not want that to happen. So I'm thinking I should just move my pawn up. It's the only positive move I can think of. Yeah, the center right now is just so closed off. Not sure what the best move would be. I could move here now, locking his knight in. But what would I do after that? Start pushing this pawn? Let's move this bishop, attacking the queen. And if he were to move the queen anywhere else, then I would be able to attack this knight. Okay, so he just decides to move here. I could start bringing my other knight in, but I don't know where I'm going to land him at. I think I just need to fortify this spot. Should bring our other rook in. Bring my rook here, move my knight, and then start pushing. See, he wants to move his knight. Where is he going to go? Here? I don't see a huge advantage of that. Oh, this pawn is weak? Maybe that's why? Here would just be a trade. Yeah, I suppose he could go here and then here. So that's why that's another reason why we could move our rook in. Is to prepare for that. Our bishop is in a nice spot at the moment. Let's see, if we were to go here, yeah, his knight's just starting to move in on our spaces. You could take this pawn. I'd rather have this pawn here so I could protect my knight, but he's threatening this pawn. And I just like don't have any room to protect this pawn, so I think I just have to move here. Then he moves here. He's threatening these two guys. I mean, it's just jumbling up so much stuff. I could move here. Yeah, sorry, he can't move here. What am I saying? I could just move here. I don't want to do that, though. So you move here and then move this guy? Should I just let him take this pawn? I'm taking a long time to decide this, I know. Let's just move my bishop back. Okay, I think I just missed something there is the problem. Yeah, I was thinking he couldn't go here for some reason. I just missed it, though. So now he's starting to fork a few of my pieces. Okay. Well, fortunately, we can't attack any pieces at the moment. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of knights, guys. I'm just not very good with dealing with them. Because now I could come here. Yeah, that was just a big blunder on my part, not seeing that pawn hanging. I think it's because when you have all of your pieces so crowded like this, you think that everything's covered, but you still got to check for it, you know. Okay, so he just moves back. Let's try to get him out of the picture. If he moves here, I think we can corner him. So I think he'll just have to move back. Yeah, that pawn was hanging and it was pretty obvious. Just gotta check even when your pieces are cluttered like that. Now I don't have that pawn to push up. It's kind of a shame. So what do we need to do instead? Start pushing these pawns maybe, but that's my defense. I don't want to do that. Go back here. And move this pawn up. Like, things are just very closed off at the moment. He might try to come down here. I should take control of this file. And of course he moves his knight here. So he's gonna double stack his pawns. Maybe I could take this pawn back fairly easily. Move here. Let's see. Can move here and then attack this rook. Kind of like that idea. So let's try that. I think we did make a pretty big mistake with losing that pawn in the beginning, but I think we're about to be okay. I guess the only other thing he could do is move here. Yeah, which I guess for that, I should just move. Let's see. I guess I should just move back. Or I can move here. Let's just move back. We're in the same situation. We're still okay. We're forking these two. He's not able to go here. He could go here and threaten. No, he can't. What am I saying? I go here. I take. He goes here. I take. Yeah, I think he just has to bite the bullet. Okay, so we'll take a knight. And then we could take this pawn. And we have a really good control over the center right now. Okay, he's wanting to come in and weaken my defense. I mean, he could try, but I don't think we're going to be far enough into the end game for... Or I think we're going to be too far in the end game for him to try and do that at this point. Move here. Try to come here, I guess. So let's just block him off. Let's just block him off for now. And then I'll take this pawn. He might move here. That'd be targeting this pawn. And this guy's still hanging, so maybe I should move this piece up. Could go here. Okay, so yeah, he's opening this up. Which is actually okay, I think. I was gonna say, if he didn't, then maybe I should just force a queen trade by moving here. No, actually that wouldn't work. So what's his plan? What's his plan here? He would move here, and then I could just force a queen trade. So I'm actually not too worried about that. If he moves this guy, this pawn is covered at the moment. Okay, so I'm not too worried about his queen coming close. Okay. So now he's starting to charge forward. So if he comes here and then brings his queen here, I guess, then that would be a problem. Can I get him in check? I need an escape route. Move here. He comes here. Then I move here. So I think if I just take this pawn, I'm okay. Let's not be worried about any fake checkmates, because I think we're safe at the moment. Ooh, you know what? This could be a good spot. Go here, take. Yeah, what's this guy trying to do? Come here, and then bring his queen here, and then here? Maybe that's what he wants to do? I'm not sure. I think I'm going to move my knight next. Oh, okay, here we go. So take. Yeah, he's really just trying to threaten my my defense at the moment. Go here. He moves. I take. It's getting a little ugly, though. It's getting a little ugly at the moment. But we're going to go ahead and take, and we're going to try it out. And that's checkmate. Wow. Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice that. It's checkmate. I was thinking I could get a really good position on him, but cool. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, ladies and gentlemen. Not gonna lie, I do feel like I'm kind of on a roll today. Should we do a third? I can feel it when I'm having a good day and a bad day, and I feel like today's a good day. Let me just go make sure that my wife is doing okay with the baby. One sec. All right, let's do one more game. Analyze this really quick. 90% accuracy. That's what I like to see. I was in the lead the entire time. All right, so he just made weird moves in the opening, so that already gave me a boost. I was afraid of all of his pawns coming at me like this, so I thought I'd counteract with my own pawns, but that wasn't correct. I should have just moved my knight up. So this was a big mistake for him, giving up his dark squared bishop. Get my queen into a little bit of a better position. And this is where I thought things were starting to go really wrong for me, is when he took this pawn and he was just like in the middle of everything, because I thought he would be taking this pawn next. But instead he decided to retreat. I made the wrong move here. Should have moved my knight, but I just don't like it when things are this smashed together, you know, and there's a knight in your midst. Okay, so here is probably the biggest change in the game, is him moving his queenside pawn instead of, or sorry, his, whatever this pawn is. He decided to take with this pawn instead of this pawn. That made a huge difference, and it's because of this move right here. Push my pawn up, able to either take his knight or take his rook. He kind of tries to stop me, but he's not able to. I'm able to take his knight. Ooh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I had a checkmate available right here because his rook wasn't available yet. I did not see that. I did see it later. So you can tell that it's just screaming at me right now to go ahead and take the checkmate, which I'm not doing. He does move his bishop. But after, you know, he's trying to weaken my position over here, and he was doing a good job. But his own position was severely weakened, and I was able to get the checkmate on him. So well done there. No blunders. I did have 3 mistakes and 3 inaccuracies, though. Looks like 2 of the mistakes were just not taking the checkmate when I could have. So overall, I would say pretty solid game. One more since we're on a roll. Carl Khan, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe the time has come. Okay. What is this called? Scandinavian defense, I think? Or am I thinking of black playing to e6? I don't know. This might be the Scandinavian. Not aware of it. So let's just take control of the center of the board while we can. Maybe we'll just do the Knights game. Okay. I don't feel like I should take that. I don't want my king super exposed. So I'm just going to play... I'll just move my knight up. If he wants to double stack his pawns, then have at it. Okay, question is, do I take? Take... Yeah, I feel like I should, unless there's some kind of trap that I'm falling for. Let's see, if he brings his queen in... Yeah, I think I'm okay. This is Bhavesh Gohil. Let's see if we could break our record today. We might be surpassing our all-time high, which would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, brings his knight out. Let's move here, maintain control of the center. Actually, that probably wasn't the right move, because he could just move this pawn up. If he does move here, I'll probably just move this pawn, and then I'll start bringing the rest of my pieces out. Okay, what's he up to? What's he up to? I feel like we should just get him to move purely out of instinct. He wants to go here, but how is he going to stop me? Do we just ignore him? Continue with the plan? Should we just push him back? Let's just push him back. And then continue with our regular development. Neither of our pieces we're 6 moves into the game, and neither of our pieces are developed yet, so kind of an interesting opening so far. I'm not sure who's in a better position. I think I am, because I have 2 pawns out along with a knight, and I'm taking more control of the center, but maybe he has something tricky up his sleeve. Okay, so here he's threatening to bring his queen out. That wouldn't make sense, though. I'm able to take with the knight, so he's doing some weird things in this opening, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, ladies and gentlemen. Some really weird things. Let's just leave this pawn because he's covered by 2 pieces. So if he were to take, I'd be able to take care of that fairly easily. What should we do instead, though? Should we get him to move his knight? Should we move our knight? I feel like we should move our knight. Let's do this, so that way we're able to move this pawn, get this bishop out, and then castle. Okay, and he takes. Very interesting. I could take with a rook, or I could take with my bishop. think I'll do the bishop. Let's see. If I were to go here, I guess I could threaten this. So actually, let's take with my knight. Which one? I'll take with this one. Move this piece up. I think he's just blundering a lot here in the opening, which is kind of given us the win so far. Okay, there's still really no threat there because I take. I mean, let's just continue developing. Yeah, let's move this guy up and then we'll bring our bishop out. So we're up by 4. Better position than he's in. I mean, things are going well for us this game. We'll get our bishop out. Maybe here? I'd like to just start attacking now because he's so underdeveloped. Like, what if I bring my queen here, and then I'm able to move my my knight here? He'd still be able to attack my knight, wouldn't he? Or no, I like the idea. Let's do that. Move my knight here. Oh, but you know what? He'll be able to take with this piece, wouldn't he? Take, and then I can't take him. Maybe I'm playing a little too risky right now. Yeah. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, I can't go here, else he would just take. Is there something else I could do? Not really, because this knight. I think I'll just bring my queen back. I don't want to get too risky when I'm doing well like this. Let's just bring my queen back. Let's go here. And then even if he might just move here, but if he does, I'll just move my queen again. It won't be a big deal. Hopefully at some point I'm able to get him in check and then take this guy. But that might not happen right now. Again, guys, Kirkland, reverse osmosis. Check this out. This is what it says. Oh, and smaller cap for less plastic. Save the environment. That's so good. Yeah, so he just moves here. You know what? Now that I think about it, though, he is stopping me from castling, though. I don't really like that. Maybe I should just castle on this side. Because now this guy's blocked in. You know, I could move here and then here, but... Alright, let's see what he's up to now. Could go here. Then he'd just move here and I'd be in a dead spot. He could try to take this guy. Whoops. Should we just castle? Not able to get him in check at the moment. That'd be cool if I could bring this guy here, though. What if we moved here? Whoops. Move here, he moves here, and then I move here. I think that's a viable move. Let's go over that. Hopefully he bites. Hopefully he moves here. I think that works. Right? What if he moves here, though? I'll be okay. I could still do it. That'd be queen trade, though, I think. And he wouldn't move here, because then I would just take him. So I'm able to X-ray his king and queen at the moment, which is fantastic, as long as it works out. It's going to depend on his move. I don't think there's a way to avoid it. But we'll see. I would think the best move would be to go here. But he might see that... Oh... This guy is good. This guy is good, ladies and gentlemen. We'll still do it. It's just now we're only taking a rook. This guy is good. Would I have seen that? I have no idea. Oh, and he just moves. Okay. Could go here. And then, or I could just take his queen. What am I saying? But is this checkmate is the question. I go here. He can't go here or here. He could go here, though. So let's take his queen. He'll probably take back. And then we could go here. He moves here, and then I go here. Would that be checkmate? Yeah, he can only go here, and then I move here. And that should be... Nah. Sorry, guys. I'm not super good at checkmates. I'm not the best at determining when it actually is a checkmate and when it's not. And he resigns. Okay. Is that a new record for us? We're at, what, 1288? That was a good game. That was a very good game. As it analyzes, I feel like it was mostly due to his blunders. He gave us... First, he gave us a free pawn, and then he gave us a free piece. And then he gave us a queen. So it's like 92% accuracy. I'm telling you guys, I'm feeling good today. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to review what I ate for breakfast. But there's some kind of secret. I'm doing something right today. All right, what's this opening called? I'm wondering. Does it tell me? Vant Cruise opening? Is that what it is? Vant Cruise opening. Maybe that's what it's called. Maybe the Scandinavian is when black just moves up one piece. So let's analyze that game really quick because I think it's pretty straightforward. And then we'll call that a wrap for the day. Or should we? Should we just have a marathon and just go all the way to 2,000? Because with how I'm feeling, maybe I should. But the baby's awake and my wife is working, so. Okay, so it looks like here it would have been better to take. Probably because maybe I could get a free pawn somehow. Maybe not. I don't know. It would have been better to take. I decided to defend, which was fine. I pushed him back. I had more control of the center. Turns out this was the wrong move. Turn this thing off. I kind of need it, though. I just don't want the lag. He makes a big mistake by doing that because it gives me a free pawn. Should have moved my queen here, putting him in check, and then doing something else. I'm in pretty significant advantage at the moment. Instead, I decided to push up, further defending that square. He gave me a free knight. We trade off a few more pieces. I try to get him into a tight spot with my with these 3 pieces. It doesn't work right off the bat. However, he just makes a really big blunder here. He doesn't take my my bishop, because if he had done this, it would have been a trade. Instead, he just like gives me his queen. So I'm able to take his queen, and then I try to go for a checkmate. It doesn't work right off the bat, but that was game. Looks like if I had gone here, he would have moved. Then I could have gone here. Yeah, and that still would have been a checkmate. Okay. All right, guys. Let's view what it looks like. All-time high. Highest rating, 1288. There we go. Look at that, guys. Look at that very sharp incline over the last couple days. I'm glad to say that we're back on track. We're back on track. We're not on our dip anymore. This is it. We're escaping. We're just going straight to the moon right now. All right, let me make sure that the baby, I'm pretty sure the baby's awake. Yeah, she is. So I'm going to have to call that good. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe, favorite, share, follow, donate, blah, 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 blah. All that fun stuff. I really do appreciate you guys' support. I'm excited about this journey. Someday we're going to reach 2,000, and I want to bring you guys along with me. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great day.